Hey, and welcome back. Today I'm going to explain the 1985 cult Italian horror film, Demons. I hope you enjoy the video and let's begin. University student Cheryl arrives at the Berlin subway. She hears footsteps and sees a weird masked man, so she takes off. The Flash here somehow catches up to her and hands her a couple tickets to a screening at the Metropole, an old recently renovated theater. Meanwhile, her friend Kathy is waiting for her because classic Cheryl is always late. Cheryl finally arrives and the girls decide who cares about school today, we have free movie tickets. 5 hours later and the girls finally arrive to the theater. Inside we meet two preppy college guys, Ken and George. They definitely have an eye for our two girls. The guys come over to help the ladies with the vending machine, hitting it as we all know violence solves everything. Kathy is sassy however and has no interest. More patrons enter the theater, a blind man and his daughter, a pimp and a couple of his hoes. Rosemary, hoe number 1, scratches her face taking off a mask, which was a piece hanging in the theater. There's something ominous about that mask though. The boys sit with our ladies, but Kathy could not care less. The movie starts and Motley Crue starts blaring as kids on motorcycles ride to an ominous house. Oh, it looks like they're watching a spooky horror picture. Kathy is not happy as she hates horror movies. The blind man's daughter explains to him what's happening on the screen, then a strange man comes and sits next to her. The usher is walking the aisles and catches a couple making out, but there will be none of that in this theater. This is a classy establishment. Meanwhile, the blind man's daughter is getting fresh with the strange guy while her father is oblivious. The movie is clearly very scary as George grabs Cheryl's hand. Kenny Boy moves in on Kathy, but dude, she does not want you. Things start to get meta as the mask from earlier is in the movie. Apparently if you wear it you become a demon and Ho Rosemary laughs. That is until he takes it off, showing the same cut that she got. She goes to the bathroom to check on her cut because it won't stop bleeding. Her cut starts pulsating and growing. Oh god, that looks infected. Ho number 2 goes to check on Rosemary and finds her looking a little worse for wear, I'd say. She gets a nice little gash for trying to help. Ho 2 runs around, somehow forgetting how to enter the theater. The old man reaches for his daughter, but she has her hands full at the moment there, buddy. Ho 2 somehow ends up behind the screen for the movie. Her neck wound explodes with green goo and she starts pushing on the screen. She falls through the screen and everyone rushes to her aid. Meanwhile, blind man's daughter and her date are being strangled by demonic Ho Rosemary. The pimp runs up on the stage saying Ho 2 is a friend of mine. She starts changing, mirroring what's going on in the movie. She looks up, now a demon and her mouth full of toothpaste. The pimp tells everyone to run as she starts killing people. The blind man then nearly trips over his daughter's body when Ho 1 gouges out his eyes, which I mean he's already blind? All the theater goers try to leave, but the doors have been bricked up by the world's fastest contractors. The pimp tells everyone to be quiet and look for the damn emergency exit. A very stupid woman goes into a room by herself and Ho 1 emerges and tears off her scalp. The men find Demon Ho 1 and close the door on her, placing a vending machine in front. Kathy thinks the movie did this and the pimp tells them she's right. They decide stopping the movie is the only way to end this and to run to the projection booth. They get to the room and the pimp just boots the goddamn door down. Inside they start smashing the hell out of everything. Meanwhile, in a different movie, 4 punks are driving around the city. Back at the theater and our survivors make their way to the top of the balcony. They find old eye-gouged blind man, somehow still alive, who tells them it's the theater that's cursed, not the movie. The pimp grabs his daughter's body, probably because he needs a new hoe, but oh snap, a demon attacks him. He gets pimp slapped off the balcony for his troubles, however. But then even more demons come and attack, and everyone's favorite pimp is pulled over. Back with the punks again, and they're enjoying a little nose candy from a Coke can. They make a little mess, and this upsets lead punk. Meanwhile, our survivors are breaking down the seats and trying to barricade the doors by loosely stacking them. They start banging on the walls, which alerts the punks. They manage to break a hole through the wall, finding a more run-down part of the theater. Well, it led nowhere, so they just came back. Back with the punks and the police pull up, so they run off. They come around the side of the theater and a spooky door opens by itself, so obviously they go inside. Oh, I guess a demon came out when no one was looking? A couple are crawling through a vent and I'm sure they'll be just fine. Oh, but one of them is already a demon. The punks are looking for a way out and find the door blocked by the vending machine. They enter the room and the girl decides to check herself out in the mirror. Oh, who could have foreseen a demon attack? Back with the survivors and they hear sirens and believe they're saved, so these idiots start taking apart their barricade. Meanwhile, the punks are surrounded by the demons. Pimp Demon appears from within the barricade and now it's just chaos. George and the girls manage to sneak out, but Kathy is out cold due to the stress of it all. Oh wait, never mind, she's just been possessed. So Kenny Boy smashes her in the head. Wait, what the hell is that? Well, Kenny's been scratched, which means he's dead. He changes into a demon and his good buddy George cuts his head off with a sword. George is suddenly on a motorcycle and picks up Cheryl on the bike. Some heavy metal starts blaring while George rides around hacking up demons. Cheryl falls off and George dumps the bike after he's injured. He's managed to kill off the remaining demons and a weird noise is heard outside. And then randomly out of nowhere, a helicopter comes crashing through the roof. George is doing God knows what in the helicopter and I guess the demons aren't all dead. He starts it and the propeller lightly touches the demons, which is enough I guess to kill them. They decide they're going to go through the giant hole in the ceiling. Good thing there was a random grappling gun in the helicopter. George shoots and it's a perfect shot. Just then Cheryl is grabbed by another demon but manages to shake it off. They zip to the top like Batman, only for the masked man from earlier to push George back in. However, Cheryl rams the hook right through him, allowing George to climb back up. They use a pipe and drive his face right into a couple pieces of rebar sticking out. But hot damn, the demons have taken over everywhere. The city is burning down and everything has gone to hell. Demons are coming from everywhere, chasing our remaining survivors. Oh, but they get lucky enough when a Jeep pulls up. Everything looks like it's going to be alright. Oh shit, Cheryl's a demon! I hope you enjoyed our look at this ridiculous movie. If you could please like the video and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching and take care.